Hi everyone, it's Kasia from Tarot Map. Just a quick catch up because I'm excited. Over a month ago, I swapped one of my wands for this beautiful Celtic Wisdom Tarot pack, and we thought it got lost in the post because it was sent from Europe and it took over a month to get to Europe. So we were wondering like what happened to it, and I'm just so happy because I hate when that happens. That I know that the person has sent the deck and it just didn't get here, and you never know what to do in this situation. Like, oh, I'm just excited that now I can peacefully and happily and amazingly tune in and make a wand for this person and enjoy this beautiful out of print tarot deck. It's called Celtic Wisdom Tarot. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have seen it. It's by Caitlin Matthews and illustrations by Olivia Reiner. And it's, oops, she also sent me these cool little things, like sweet postcard and like some sacred geometry and stickers. It's cute. Destiny is not a matter of chance. So, it's a deck that has a lot of changes in the naming of the cards and in general. I haven't even read through the book yet, but I just wanted to show you. It has some wisdom cards and it's kind of a system of its own. It renames the suits also, not only the major arcana. All the major arcana are renamed, but I love the how they are renamed. So it comes in this kind of like fold-out box with the hardcover book, and it's like a full color book with colorful illustrations and quite a lot of different spreads in the end. And it comes in this kind of bit weird, like you slip the cards out, they split into two piles, and the cards just come out, and that's what you're left with. So I'm going to put it definitely into a box or bag or whatever, and keep it together. The cards are quite big, so this is how they probably as big as my hand. The paper is quite heavily laminated. I don't know if you can see properly, but it's very hot here today and a lot of sun. So despite the fact that my shades are down on the window and I have roof windows, we're still quite hot here. So let me just show you. So the style is kind of like style of artwork is a little bit what would you say, like not naive, but the illustrations are quite simple. They're not like elaborate, but I love the color palette, and not maybe the biggest fan of how the faces look and stuff, but it's warm. It kind of feels warm. So let me show you now how she renamed the miners. So she actually connects them to the Celtic seasons. They're a little bit different than our calendar. So the season goes like Samhain, Imbolc, Beltane, and so on. And here we have the symbol of the swords, spears, wands, cauldron for cups, and stone for pentacles. So basically, the swords, which is battle in this deck, is for winter, and skill is wands. It's for like spring, early summer. Art, which is cups, it's like late summer and early autumn, and then knowledge is late autumn and beginning of winter for pentacles. So they're different, and they don't go via the regular linear calendar, but via the Celtic festivity and celebration. It is different. It takes a while to readjust to the renamed suits. My favorite. To be honest, I fell in love with major arcana. The minor arcana are a little bit less intuitive, and you have to get to know My phone is going off. You have to get to know what they actually are, what they mean. They like totally off the scale of Rider-Waite-Smith. So I will have to really get familiar with them. So cups, it's art. That's Ace of Cups. So they very different, but very interesting. I love this artwork and how, take a look at the skin. So in the book you have the story described. Some of the stories, I read some of them and I'm just going, I don't understand anything because I'm not too familiar with all the Celtic heroes and how you pronounce their names and stuff. But that's why tarot is very interesting, because it's a form of learning new things, learning new skills and getting knowledge. Let me just show you also a few of those minors, because like just looking at them, and I don't know, this camera doesn't really show the colors in full because it's so the light is just so bad. But New Woman of Knowledge, that's gorgeous. And they vibrant here, how I see them, they vibrant. They have this amazing, oh, maybe that's better, a little bit better, that greens and blues, and there's this woman collecting herbs and communicating with plant alleys, stones, really beautiful. How cool is the Queen of Battle, Morrigan, and it reminds us of Morrigan, I'm pretty sure it's her. It's just a cute Two of Cups, but this is courtship of skill, you see. So you would think it's Two of Cups, but this is a 3. And skill is actually not connected to cups. Art is connected to cups. So as I said, they're not very intuitive. You have to really kind of be aware not to mix it up. But I actually decided I'm going to read it probably intuitively, because the paintings are so kind of beautiful. Check this one out. Foundation of Knowledge. So it's the circle and ancestral lineage and guides and just this communion. I love it. Oh, the Woman of Art. So gorgeous. And the Queen of Skill. So skill is wands. And now when we go into the major, I don't have them organized, but look, for the Emperor, she renamed the Emperor as the Keeper. And I quite love it because, 4 is stable and the rulers keep the kingdoms going. So there is some form of oak strength, stability with the Emperor. So the Keeper is quite cool. The Guardian for the High Priestess. So there is this like a spirit figure around her, and the cycles, and she's the guardian lady. So the High Priestess is the guardian. The Renewer is for the Judgment. And you also have a lot of indication of plants. So this is Elder Plant. I love this kind of spiritual lineage and ancestral lineage connection. The Empty Vase or Cauldron. It's quite gorgeous. The Hangman is a dedicator. So it's about this having faith and sometimes, going in blindly, but also dedicate something, sacrificing something to go through the initiation. The Hierophant is the rememberer. That's pretty cool too. He remembers of tradition. He remembers the songs that are passed on, remembers the stories that are passed on to the future generations. The Magician is the decider. How cool is that? And that's a pine tree. And you decide, but I love how he works with the pines for the pineal gland and connection to the spirit too. So the soul, I love this image. The soul is the Fool. So you're in this beginning phase, but you're still dreaming it, kind of. Maybe it hasn't realized itself yet or manifested yet. The Perfecter is for the world. So it's a completion and, kind of a perfect state before you move on to the next journey. The Mingler for Temperance. So yes, she's like mingling potions, tempering, bringing stuff into balance. I quite like her colors and how her pose. She's so graceful. The Imaginer is for the moon. So there's water and, you know, the full moon, imagination. The Challenger for devil, that's pretty cool too. Challenger. And then we have Protector for the sun. I found it quite interesting about protection. To protect, you have to have, you know, be strong, have self-confidence. So yeah, I will have to sit with this one, Protector for the sun. The Lover. I love this. So she's kind of a temptress. There's like, I don't know, cherries and rowan and maybe like, you know, the bird, blackbird, or... No, she's gorgeous. So then we have Empowerer is for the strength. And the Dreamer is for the star. So also this initiation. There's a spiral in the tree. And these kind of faces, seeing the situation from both ends. I've got to sit with this one too. The Changer for the tower. That's cool. And then the Mover for the chariot. With Epona. The Counselor for the Hierophant. That's pretty cool too. And I love this, the Shaper for the Empress. So she's creative, right? She's fertile. She shapes things into manifestation. There's also this cornucopia, abundance. So all that Empress brings with her. And the Spinner for the Wheel of Fortune and all these, you know, changing seasons and how the trees change and show us that everything is ephemeral and everything comes in cycles, comes and goes. The Liberator for death. I love this. With Shilanagik and that huge womb where you get swallowed and rebirthed. And the Balancer for justice, which is also a beautiful image and a little bit different. And I love the idea of the balance. So as you see, the major are really easy to kind of follow. But then with the minors, we have to get used to the changed suits and get used to changed system, because it doesn't really follow so closely Rider-Waite-Smith. So I think it's going to be quite a fun deck to work with and to learn, because it's different. And as you know me, I'm a bit bored with the same old structure and deck, and I enjoy all these decks that are a little bit different, because that kind of challenges me and takes me on a journey. And this deck has such amazing colors, and seriously, like the camera doesn't give it justice at all, but it's very, very vibrant and very beautiful. So I'm just going to sit with this one, take a look at it, read the book, check what's new. I love the women in this deck. They warrior-like, but they grounded, you know, they're not out there too much. So yes, thank you so much, and I'm so glad that this deck arrived. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye!